Hey, we back. That's right. It's 2026. Respect the Game podcast. What's going on, you guys? It's nice to be back. I miss you guys. Before we get started, we're gonna have brother Bruce give us a quick prayer.
All right. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go old school like we used to do when we coach. We're gonna say the Lord's Prayer. We're just gonna say, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, brother. You know what, man? Before we get started, I got a young man on my middle school basketball team, and he asked, was it all right if he said a prayer with the team, man? I thought that was so special, man.
Yeah.
It was like, and then the young fellas was all for it, and that's what he did. He did the Lord's Prayer.
Well, when we was growing up playing, I played for Kiwanis, but we always said that before each game, and I just carried it on myself when I coached football. And when you got into high school, it was a little cause of no, you don't want prayer in the school and all that. So what do we used to say, Jay? Everybody take their 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do.
We still do.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing though, man, for our young people to want to.
Oh, definitely.
Keep God in the midst of things.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I just wanted to give a shout out to my Toes Tigers. They did a great job with that. Real quick, hey man, the middle school championship is on this Saturday at 12 o'clock. It'll be Black Hawk in Miami.
Black Hawk in Miami?
Black Hawk girls.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Memorial.
There you go.
Because
Okay.
Memorial upset at Lane.
Okay.
And then for the boys is Memorial versus Black Hawk. So it's both Memorial and both Black
Those
Hawk.
games still gonna be held at Southside?
Really?
No, it's going to be at Northside.
Oh, it's at Northside. Okay.
Yeah. So it's at Northside, start at 12 o'clock. Man, you guys need to get out there and support our young people because it's a positive thing and we really need to get them some support. How y'all feel about that? Y'all good with that?
Yes, sir.
We are.
So the high school is winding down,
Yeah.
and Southside is doing pretty good. I'm gonna send that.
I would put that way ahead of pretty good.
Yeah, they
They doing their
this
thing.
season.
We know what we saying.
Right.
We keeping it
Yeah, you got to
right
keep
where
humble.
it needs to be.
Yeah.
At,
Yeah, I know you
Don't
got.
hype it up.
We got Lou Holtz sitting down there on the end.
Yeah, that's where it's finna
Yeah,
go. I'm finna
yeah,
send it down.
yeah,
I'm finna send it down.
Send his prayer out for Lou Holtz, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would,
Yeah.
Coach, how you feeling about the turnaround? Well, it's not really a turnaround, but it's just a next step, next level of playing over at Southside.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, it's like you trying to build something, you build a program. The guys built off what they did last year, built off what they did their freshman year. When you look at some guys that's been together, we say 3 years together in high school, but then to know that, they play some AAU ball together, they play together in elementary school. They've been getting taste of what we've been doing. Even through their AAU program, all that stuff. So I mean, it's good to see stuff come to fruition. But a good group of guys. It's funny because I always laugh because people looked at us and want to write us off just because we lost a couple of big guys.
Yeah.
And not knowing what
Don't get me started.
not knowing the heart and things that these young men have and how much time that they put in. And then the other thing, I'll say you don't put everything into the summer, but you can use it kind of a gauge.
Yeah.
And I watched these guys all summer, and again, that was without the bigs, and watched them do what they do. And the record was pretty much like it is right now.
Yeah.
So when you talk about winding down, it's like really right in the thick of things.
Well, yeah.
And we had to
Regular
finish
season,
up.
that's
So
what I was talking
yeah,
about.
we actually have an opportunity sitting pretty good.
How many SEC games you got left? One?
That's what I'm going to get to. We're off this whole week. We don't play And so we have an opportunity coming back next week. We have 2 SAC games in 1 week, which happens to be our last 2.
Yeah.
So, and again, we're in a situation where, I mean, if we handle our business, we're fine. There's none of that two-way tie stuff and all that good stuff. So we're just, gonna try to control what we can control and handle our business.
Who are you guys competing against?
We play Bishop Lures on Tuesday next week, and then Wayne on that Friday.
That should be interesting.
I thought y'all had already played Wayne. You hadn't played Wayne yet.
No, man. No, sir. No, sir.
Well, you know what? I mean, just from the outside looking in, and of course, me and you talk all summer and all that, a lot about the team, but you guys are doing something that most coaches always want. Their kids are buying into what you're telling them, and that's the key. No matter how much talent you have, if they don't buy into what you're trying to do, you can watch that team and you can tell they like playing with each other, and they play well with each other. I see the sky is the limit for you guys.
Yeah, I know they back each other up too.
Yeah, yeah.
We done had them on the shows a couple of times, and the way they bond with each other and the way they feed off each other, I thought that was a beautiful moment, within the system, within the season.
Right.
So.
And it looks like, you two would know better than me, but it looks like they hold each other accountable also.
They do. One of the things, it's funny you say that. One of the things I like about them, I mean, it really is like we're a family.
Right.
Trust and believe. It ain't all peaches and cream.
Right.
But
it's just like a family.
It's like bingo. It's like a family. We get on each other. They get on themselves. We have some back and forth, but there's nobody holding any grudges. They come out. They understand it is what it is. And then the other thing that I always preach, and I tell these guys, they get it. What I'm telling you guys in the locker room, in our family, in our house, I'm not out in the street telling people that. Yeah. And I tell people, I say, I want you to go back, 30 years, however long I've been coaching, and tell me something you heard in the streets where somebody heard me dogging out a kid. Right. I said, it's not like that.
One of them coaches.
Correct.
Yeah.
Bingo. No.
Yep.
All right. So that's that. Now it's my favorite time.
Oh, Indiana.
What, the Steelers?
You, baby.
Oh, Steelers. My bad.
No.
They cheated.
We gonna talk about that. So all year long, there were some times when I had my hope they do, and they did. Yeah. They finish out with a bang. They won the Natty.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
That's the bang. That's the bang.
And they did it impressive. As a group, everybody did their part, and I think that was the greatest part. What I seen on it. Now, what's all this about? We cheated.
Hey, man.
Who said? Yeah, I seen that. I seen that little thread y'all had. That.
What? Question. I'm asking. Do you feel as though they had leverage over the other teams?
No,
Why would how could they have leverage?
They said that IU cheated.
He said that.
No, I didn't say that.
IU. They said IU.
Who was they?
Who said
on TV?
You
Instagram?
You want to know what's funny? When you said that, the only people I ever heard say something about cheating has been IU people.
Yep.
And it just makes me wonder, because I had an old school guy, like he says, hey man, I don't care. I know how we did it, but I'm impressive.
Yeah, that's
and I'm laughing. I said, what did y'all do that was different from anybody else? Nothing.
Right. It was in the rule.
Nothing.
I just feel like he found a new niche of how he's going to search.
He didn't find no new nothing. He used the tools.
What everybody else been using.
Correct. The tools as disposal, but who was doing that?
Everybody. And they didn't even have the payroll that everybody had.
Correct. I'm guarantee you that's what I'm saying. They went after the top athletes at the top schools, but he went for, hey, I see a good fit over here. He was at a lower level school. Like, they got James Madison play. I'm saying they was good players, but just in the wrong setting.
Them was his players.
They was his players.
Yeah.
Well, most of them was his players. He brought over there. Yeah. But I'm just saying coaches are about to begin to think differently after what they seen he did with his team.
Well, here's what I got to disagree with you. I'm hearing what you're saying, but what separates him from the other coaches? Because you know what the other coaches think they're doing? Evaluating talent.
Right.
And what they're doing is allowing somebody else to evaluate. There's a 5-star, I got to go get him. What you see it a lot in professional sports. You'll see GMs, they'll draft somebody who everybody said is great. But yet it could be somebody over here that has some potential, but they scared because if that guy who isn't as highly touted, if he fails, now they coming back to you, where everybody knows that a 5-star is that good. So my man is a talent evaluator. he's getting guys and he's getting the most out of them. So everybody can think they're gonna duplicate it, but
Okay.
Right.
you
but
got to develop.
But that's
yeah.
what I love
I like
about
that.
the portal.
You put
too,
that well.
because especially if you look in college basketball,
Mm-hmm.
not just football, but in college basketball, most of the guys that go in the portal, they weren't 5-star guys, but they went to a lower level that we may think, they went to a Power 5. They might have went to a MAC school or whatever. And then these guys come in there, and you go,
But they
wow.
came from where though?
They,
A top school sitting on the bench. They
well,
got a better chance
no,
at.
some of these guys, they went to, even some of them even played NAIA, but they were good at, they showed what they could do.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go to these other schools, and you be like, where did that guy come from?
Yeah.
He always, because it's hard to evaluate talent, especially
Yeah.
when they come out of high school.
Definitely.
So now it gives you a chance to go, oh, so this kid, we didn't think he was here, but I think he can get to there. And it gives these kids that may go to a lower level program. Just think about the kid that was at Prairie Heights, the 6'8", 6'9" kid. Went to Goshen, had a great 3 or 4 years at Goshen. He ended up going to Colorado his last year.
Yeah,
And
but
started-
that's one faction, Bruce.
Yep.
But no, there are guys that won championships and they go somewhere else because it's a higher
Oh,
bidder.
yeah.
You got
yeah.
it's a
Different
whole
groups.
gamut. But
Right.
but to your point, I mean, when we talked about it on the show, high school kids is the one that's missing out.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I was going to ask
Yeah.
the question. Do you think it's smart for them to go to junior college where they're not losing their eligibility for
With the new
2
rules?
years and gain some?
That rule's
Some
still out
experience.
in the air, though.
Yeah.
That ain't-
Is that
That ain't
not
yeah, it's
confirmed
not,
yet?
no,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
No,
So-
But that would,
I mean, but
so-
there has been players that has at least gained 1 year eligibility from playing JUCO. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
correct.
So we could bring the G League back into college.
Well, how about this?
Oh,
Well, I'm
that's-
glad
yeah,
you
that's
brought up
okay.
G League because hey, I'm going to G League and play, and then I'm gonna come back to college. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Make that
I
make
think
sense.
there right now. I don't really think there's any more amateurism.
No.
There,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ain't
I
no
mean, you
thief
got
there.
high school dudes that have agents,
Right.
You got
Well,
college
yeah.
guys with agents. I understand it.
what
with
about
this
the people
NIL
that
money.
don't have agents that's
Yeah.
just out there leveraging for themselves? Do you feel like they need something? Like it needs to be something offered across the board, or
Well, you know how it is. He who has the gold rules. That's the golden rule. And you gotta show something first in order for him to give it to you.
okay?
You
That's
know?
what I was gonna say. Yeah, guys who got the agents like you
Yeah.
talking about. I mean, they're sought after guys. People
Yes.
are looking. I want to
He
got to
need
get in
an
that
agent.
corner. There you
Right,
go.
exactly.
Well, not necessarily just people tagging on, because like same example I used earlier. It might be a Tay out there that could go, but people don't know about
They
it.
ain't seen
So
it.
therefore, they ain't no agent. But
Yep.
like Bruce said, you get in there, hey, you get to killing, you go to St. Francis, go to Tech, wherever.
Mhm.
You get to killing. Now you know what? IU and them looking like, shoot, Tay went to work. She averaging
Yep.
double. Hey, and she a grown woman. I need her.
Hey, Jay and I have a close friend who he's coaching women college basketball, but he used to be a head coach for men. And I remember talking to him one time, and he was like, "Man, I need some grown men." You know,
Wow.
and that's what's hurting high schoolers.
Yeah.
If you ain't, I always say, if you ain't a top 200 in the country, it's gonna be hard to get recruited to say like a D1 school, because they can go after somebody else's.
Yeah.
They can go after that guy that's been in college for 2 years.
Yeah.
We know, even though he's in AIA, we know he's going to class every day. We know he
Yeah.
can handle college life. Now we bring him here, and it's not a transition.
It's a pro and a con to that, because that's taken away from the kids that's going for the educational purpose and the kids that's just going to get to the next level. Now I don't even
Well,
have that chance to
It's
get
more
that.
of the kids
that
going to the
100%.
next level.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't got that chance to get that full ride because we got this grown man that's gonna take your spot. Like, but you can go to an NAIA school or, a Division II level school where they don't pay full college.
Well, they got
tuition.
that same opportunity as the other guy had.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know?
and, hey, newsflash, that's been well before
Yeah.
NIL or whatever.
Yeah,
If
that's-
you're not handling your business, the scholarship we
Yeah,
talked
you
about
can
on
get
here
taken away.
is a
Yeah.
year to year.
Yeah, scholarships
And-
ain't free. either.
Correct. Hey,
Yeah.
coaches are asking guys, hey, you might want to go transfer. That happens all the
Yeah.
time.
Okay,
Yep.
so then that make the portal beneficial.
Correct.
Yes.
Right.
Now, here's
Hey,
something that I saw.
Oh, go ahead.
If we go back with the IU thing, and you talk about did they didn't cheat, but anyway,
Right,
they did
right.
what was within the rules. But I saw something.
Everybody's saying it though.
Yeah, of course, because they team didn't win. But and I'm not an IU
You
fan,
fan.
but
Yeah.
IU did what
Yeah,
they're supposed to.
correct.
But I saw something, the top 5 or 6 schools and where they ranked as recruiting.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
You had, like Ohio State might have been 2, and some of the bigger schools they were
Oil
2, 3,
schools?
4. IU was 48.
Dang.
when you look at recruiting and what they consider a 5-star or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, I think those kids, they bought into it
They
and
did
they
buy into
believed.
it.
The
That's
problem
that
we had
program.
with IU is because we grew up in the 70s watching IU. And we're like, no, this can't be true. No. And so every game people doubted IU.
they got doubted
More,
the whole
I think
season.
more of their fans doubted IU
Yeah.
Bingo.
because they're
Convincing
used to
them.
like, no, we're gonna fail.
Yeah.
And
At one time or another.
yes,
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
know this can't be. IU
But
can't be doing
This
this.
is still a good season, regardless.
So
Yes.
so I'm a IU fan. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a true one. So
Hey, let that be known, yo.
no, but
he
I'm
been saying
saying,
Yeah.
but I'm saying is like we had doubt still. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna somewhere in the frame, they're gonna mess up,
Yeah.
and then they miraculously get a toe in,
Yeah.
The Penn State
And I
game,
want to
yeah.
say this because again, I'm not an IU fan other than I live in the state of Indiana. Y'all know I went out to Miami. Yeah, I'm kicking. I'm from Indiana, so yeah, I'm a rep. But to hear people talk about they cheated, how about this? How can you cheat when there really are no rules? So
Right.
now all of a sudden they
Exactly.
cheated. So
Yeah.
now let's think of this. SEC ruled college football.
Correct.
Yep.
Because we know why. They got
cheated.
bag men, they paying, they
Mhm.
cheating they butts off. Everybody
Yeah.
was paid. Now you got your first year where, hey, you can it's legal and
Yeah.
everybody get paid.
Yeah.
The field is level. You win it. And you look at all the teams that was in, in the playoffs and all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So nobody
like,
tried to hear that, man. Y'all done upset me telling me that
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all know I don't like silly.
IU did it within the frame of what was allowed.
What was
and
supposed
they
to be
won.
done, yeah.
And I can't see that question.
I
over
did.
there,
I
Jay.
think
Can
it
you-
was just they was just
Jay,
saying
can you
they
see
was
that?
grown men, like they
Yeah.
was older.
Hey,
than
did
us,
you
the
guys
average
all
college
end
athlete.
up being so passionate about sports? Yeah. How did you all end up being so passionate about sports? Which one of y'all want to take it? That's a question from the audience.
I mean, I was
raised
I was raised in the sports. Even as a kid, when I went to church, my grandfather was a deacon at Progressive back when they first started, and so they had a semi-pro team, and my uncle coached it, and even my dad played on that team, and the Underwoods and all them. So I followed them. Sports. I couldn't wait to go to church so I could go to the game. So. And I think it was just in my blood.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
For me, I would say like sports was an outlet to travel, to meet new people.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of a way for me to just kind of get out and meet, and just do things in the community. So that's kind of what draw me onto sports.
I'm just gonna go way back to Kiwanis days. When we first started playing Kiwanis Steelers, and the adults gave us a place to do what we wanted to do, playing sports. And I seen how they took care of us, and that made me feel like, man, that's what I want to do when I get to that opportunity. And the passion has just from middle school, high school, all the way to college, still trying to do something within the frame.
And I'll add before you go, Jay, one other thing you may already said. One of the most memorable things for me in my life was in 1974 watching Northrop go through that whole thing and watching those guys when they won get on the fire truck and all of that, and hearing people being interviewed by Hilliard Gates, and I was like, man, one day I want that. I want that.
That's what's up.
I agree with everything you guys said, but I just take it back further because when you talk about passion, to me, and in our community, I talk about it often. Wiser Park, raises.
Yeah.
So you over there, and hanging with my guys. Everything we did was a competition.
Yeah.
It was all the sports.
Yeah.
It was making up sports.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
competition. So you're right. So then when your families introduce you to things, that's where for me that's where it came from. Just that's what we do. And I got brothers. Everything is that competition. So the second part of the question is, as coaches dealing with youth, how important is it to see kids be successful outside of the sports arena?
Oh, that's
That's
the main. That's why we do it.
That is
I
really
mean,
why we do it.
the game brings us in, and we love the game. But when,
The life lessons.
but most of us, and I think I can speak for everybody up here. You coach because you want to be able to. There were some things when we were growing up that we was like, man, I wish somebody had told me this or this or that.
Make an impact.
I only had one black coach my whole time that I was
Wow.
ever playing a sport. That was AC.
AC stuff.
Yeah, and so I was like, man, I think there's some things that I could tell some of these young brothers and sisters because I started out coaching girls.
Okay.
that, at least to say, hey, here's the roadblocks. Here's the things you might run into. You can still make your own decisions, but at least you know what's there. Because we didn't really have that. There was not anybody in my family that actually played sports.
Okay.
So I grew up. Like you said, I grew up. Al McGee used to live right behind me. So first games I ever went to was when he played for Lakeside and Button, his cousin Button was playing for Weiser Park. And yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm watching World Simmons and all these Frank Thomas and oh man, I want to be like them someday. So,
I think for me is what we're trying to teach now is to the sports is a thing to bring them in to be a student athlete or to do good in our community. It just changed your vision of how life supposed to be. Through sports is a tool.
It's like the middleman.
It's a beautiful thing, like you said, man.
I used to tell my kids, everybody wants to go pro, but there's more professionals than just athletics. You can be a doctor, lawyer, whatever it is, and you could be successful. But
be an agent.
But sports, it kind of helps you in anything you do. Like Jay said about the competition or whatever. I know in the field that I do, they hire a lot of athletes and a lot of military people because of the discipline that they have.
The field you do? What's that?
I'm a pharmaceutical rep.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. What you got, Tay?
I definitely feel like helping the kids navigate in life. So it's so many life principles that can be taught within basketball. And I feel like just being able to coach them through them moments that they go through. And then sometimes you learn actual personal skills, like just dealing with teammates, dealing with coaches, just that transition as a whole. And I feel like I like giving that back to our younger generation. So
yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, that's exactly. Again, y'all know I say it's not an either or proposition. It's all encompassing. We teaching student athletes, and we expect people to be productive citizens off the field. And there's no greater feeling that as coaches, and we know we've been around a long time. These guys become grown men and women and had their own families, and they get to telling you what you taught them and things they told their kids, and all that stuff. I mean, it is. It's a rewarding experience. And I didn't by any means get into it for that. But as you get into it, as you start to get older and people, like again, the kids come up or the young men come up and tell you, then you kind of get it. You figure it out, man, it's a bigger picture.
Yeah. And, you said something, it's student athlete. The student part is first. Yeah. And that's what they got to realize. You got to go to class. You got to use this, whatever sport you play, for your benefit. I
know more. They got the G League.
Hey, hold on though. Forget the G League, because I just get ready to say
NBA actually.
Slow down, young lady. College, NIL. You ain't heard nobody mention nothing about no grades no more.
Yeah, we talked about that before.
When I told them about that thread, think about it. Yeah, and you ain't heard nobody sitting out, guys moving, transfer. You ain't heard nothing about no grades. So when he said it's like. There's no more amateurism. Ain't no nothing. This is professional sports. Yeah. Understand it.
Yeah. And it's finna get to high school.
It is. Correct.
It is.
It's all around.
It's already around us.
It's
around us.
They coming. Hey, they just won the Natty. They bringing it. Look.
We're gonna stay on that though. So back to the young people. Do you think that they're getting an opportunity to go to a higher level of college football or basketball or whatever because of the NIL and the portal?
Yeah, there's levels out there. Now, again, when we talking about the big schools that's looking for 5-star athletes, unless you a 5-star coming out of high school, they're not gonna look for you. But Bruce gave you the formula. If you're willing to go to one of these smaller schools, NAIA, D2, and if you good, go there, do your thing, prove it, whatever. And as you mature, and then, like we said, that's what coach is looking at. I'll tell you this, that a lot of people may not know, but Division I schools attend practices at NAIA schools. They have relationships with them. Because here's the deal, if I'm NAIA, And Mike Ayers is borderline A. He's a really good high school player, but D1, they like him mature or whatnot. It'd be great for me as I'm the coach over here at Boonesbury Baptist, get you on my campus. Hey, Mike, you know I'm cool with Coastal Carolina. Hey, they come to my practices at the other. So now you like, hey, okay, you will come on over. That's a nice little recruiting tool that you do.
Remember that back in the day? That's how it was with junior colleges.
That's what I'm
certain
gonna say.
schools had certain junior colleges. Hey, we're gonna send you over here. We're gonna let you go these 2 years, see where you're at. Then we're gonna bring you in. Either to get you eligible or whatever.
And I guess that's what I was saying earlier when I was using the junior college as going to JUCO and get you a couple years under your belt, and then you go to a major.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, they bring the rule where you don't lose.
I would say if they do that,
if you give them the G League to get back in college.
I'm still not understanding.
Overseas too. Like,
Because
I'm still not understanding that.
How do y'all feel about that?
I just don't get it. I don't understand.
They should have to have a eligibility reset. So it should be a waiting period or something like that before they can step back onto that floor.
So
you can't come fresh out. You can't come fresh out the G League
Well,
hey, if I'm in the 30 and over league, I can't wait to get back in college.
so real quick.
Hey, why you playing? We'd had a couple while you playing.
Them bones ain't moving like the 20-year-old, man. You ain't getting out there.
So I seen one where they was chanting, "The G League don't want you."
Yeah, I saw that. The kid was at the free throw line. Yeah.
We'll take you over here, though.
G League don't want you.
Hey, but you know what? He probably getting paid more than he was in the G League.
That's the thing, though. So if you can get leverage, why not?
Oh, yeah.
But here go the other thing. We riding the G League, but here's the one that's really got these coaches in the tizzy. The Europeans.
Yep.
You got guys playing in overseas in the bid leagues, getting paid. Then I'll say, go.
And I kind of believe that's kind of what they're trying to do, because you see all the European players come over, and the thing is, you go, man, they're good. Well, they've been playing pro since they was 12 or 13 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I'm watching UConn girls last night in that Quinones. She's a bad girl, but they said she started playing pro when she was 13.
Yeah.
So get to go to college. Not the NBA, not the
So
professional league.
so
You go to
you
college.
feel like they doing that to get on the same level playing ground as them, because they've been coming over here.
I mean, we got to find. I know.
No, but again, when they first started coming over, they was going to the NBA, and a lot of them wasn't ready and got sent on back, because they weren't ready. But now they can get paid professionally over there. They go to college at more grooming ground.
And you know what? We never complained about it till they start becoming successful. Now they're taking stuff from us. That kind of. Well, I ain't gonna even get into that. But it sounds like the president.
Yeah, but
so
I feel like they leveling the playing ground, man. That's all I'm saying.
So we're good with them coming over and
no, I'm saying we're good with our people being able to play professionally and then go to college, because that's what they doing over here.
Yeah.
They going to
you
college,
good with that?
they playing professionally, getting our education over here, and then going to the NBA. It gives them more time to develop.
From the overseas coming over.
Yeah.
They played professional ball overseas.
And then they came to college. They've been playing professional. It's a different. That's all I'm saying.
Overseas is different.
Yeah.
Style of play a little bit.
No, as far as level wise, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. These guys, and before, guys were in the junior team and stuff like that. No, these is full-fledged professionals. And then get
think about it. When we were young, you couldn't wait to see the college guys play in the Olympics and see how they was gonna fare.
Yeah.
And then we got beat, and then all of a sudden it was okay. We're gonna start letting these pros play
because they said we was playing against grown men.
But we weren't losing to them though.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, we always been playing, but we just weren't losing to them.
Been on the team for 5-6 years.
Yeah, but it's all about when money get involved, it's a whole different thing. Yeah. So, I just like to see all of us succeed. To be honest with you.
I like the fact that, a lot of times when they give us opportunity to let our the lesser ones an opportunity to go somewhere and get better and then come back. Mm-hmm. I just think it's a great opportunity especially for our young people.
So what about the new rule that they came out with where they talking about you could play up to 9 games or something, I believe now.
Oh, and
Instead
then
of
get
the 4
red
games, yeah, and then you
Yeah.
can red shirt. Do you feel like that's level playing ground too?
Well, they
Is that
still
the same
do-
for
they do
football
that.
or just
That was
basketball?
for football, but I don't know.
9
Basketball-
games. That's all.
That's
more than
almost-
half a
Yeah,
season.
that was for
Yeah.
football. That's what I'm saying. That's almost.
They
But
started
at least
doing-
they trying to put in a rule.
Yeah.
Before they guys were doing what they wanted.
Before
you know,
you
some
never knew
people
what
get
that
it. Yeah.
was, yeah.
And I was gonna go back to your point about being fair and whatnot. Shoot, now the law was trying to thought.
My bad.
Yeah. But no, hey, the portal, hey, and being able to pay NIL. What we are starting to see is a better brand.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
seeing quality basketball, quality
teams.
football,
Mm-hmm.
because guys ain't just darting. Because it made me think about when you talking about even like the Olympics. We had young guys, one and doneers, and they was
Mm-hmm.
out. Now, college was just watered down. Now we get to see. It's almost like back in the 80s. We seeing grown men. We seeing some
Yeah.
squads. We get
Yeah.
to see some teams of guys playing.
And then you can stay more loyal with a team in a sense. But
Yeah, the team, not the player.
Not the player. Yeah,
The
yeah.
team,
not the
not
player.
the player.
But the team itself, because they're still being successful.
Yes.
And it's almost like the NBA. Now in college, you waiting for the trade deadline, or you waiting
Correct.
to see who
That's
we gonna
exactly
get.
right.
Soon as the season, before the season was even ended, they was
Yeah.
already talking to guys.
The
about-
coaches was already.
Yeah.
They wasn't focused on the money. I just feel like.
Well,
it was so
because-
and that's the
remember,
sad part about
it's all about the money.
about that portal and
Yeah.
everything, where you could just up and leave while
Mid-season.
things is still going, while
The
the
playoffs is
season
running.
is still going.
Yeah, that was-
Yeah.
I don't think that is fair at all. I
And-
don't think it's good for any sport.
Yeah,
I
I don't think so.
it just don't look
Take the
good.
focus off the game too, and players. that's-
And I have an issue too with, and I don't understand why they do it, but man, a coach decides to leave. They make you gotta. I'm gonna hire you, but you gotta come now, and you gotta
Yeah, that's
kind of
what
like
I'm
with
saying.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
And I would just love to see those coaches finish out with those
Yeah,
kids.
and that's what I'm
So when the
talking about.
coaches is doing that, how can you tell the kids
that they
Right.
can't do
that they
it.
can't
Like,
do it?
That's
You because remember, we are still the role models,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it or not.
And
Yeah, and the role models act like a baby. It is he pulled the card.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yep.
you got to look at it like this too. They can fire coaches throughout the season at any time too. Can they fire a player mid-season?
Yeah.
Oh, they can
Yeah.
sit you down.
Oh, they just
Coach-
don't play.
Yeah, you can play. Yeah,
That a code of conduct. He get off here. It's all kind of
He
ways.
he's suspended.
Yeah. And they probably telling that player, hey, you might want to think about
And then
going
the other
somewhere
thing,
else.
to your point, you find out they promising kids money that they ain't getting that money. So are you
Yeah.
fired? Yeah.
Yes.
And
That
that,
happened
that's
to that guy
another
that was
thing
at
why they be
Tennessee that
leaving
went
too.
to UCLA.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Correct.
brother left from UCLA,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
Utah, and all them other
Yeah.
places. Hey, we are out of time. We
I was gonna
overtime, so we're gonna go around real quick and see if anybody got anything going on coming up. Bingo, let's go.
The tournament kicks off for the ladies this weekend. I believe Friday and Saturday. Y'all make sure y'all tune
High
in.
school. Yeah.
Yep, high school. I think it starts at Carroll. So yeah, sectional.
Snyder and Northrop.
Yep, Snyder and Northrop, and
They played the first game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
should be a good.
Yeah.
They kind of got set up.
That's
like
that's another thing we can
That
talk
blind
about.
draw.
Yeah, blind.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's like you want to see that at the end.
We need to
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
They need to start
Seeded,
seeding teams.
seeded, yeah.
Because
You know?
the championship game gonna be
a blowout.
Yeah.
Smack.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is. Well, another good news, if you're talking about girls sectionals, Homestead and Norwell are on opposite sides of the draw. So
Okay.
So
They-
the Norwell
they
have
might-
to come up?
yeah,
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 yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that ought
So
to be- that ought to be something.
they'll
They
meet
had
the
to come up with
championship.
Yeah.
So
They was
in
at 3.
Indiana, you got class basketball.
Okay.
But if you win, say 2 state champions, or you successful, then they make you move up in class.
Yeah, if you win. So
So
No
they-
matter- regardless of your enrollment.
Okay.
they with Homestead. They in
Okay.
our
they
section.
got a formula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that ought to be a doozy right
Yeah.
there.
But hey,
but hey.
like my man said, we out of time and we know Stevens how he get down. So hey. Hey, even non-sports related, I've been talking, and it's something near and dear to my heart for Black History Month. This is Black History Month.
Yes,
We didn't
sir.
even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like-
for every Wednesday of this month, from 5:30 to 6:30, they're doing a fair housing series. It's Shame of Chicago, Shame of the Nation. They just had the first series was called The Color Tax, and then the next they got 3 more. So you go watch the videos, and then the culmination is that fourth Wednesday is going to be a panel discussion with the mayor, with the CEO at Habitat and some other leaders around the city. But it's excellent information to come out and for everybody to be educated.
Where
So
can we view the videos? Just
at the library. I'm sorry. Yes, it's
okay.
at the library. It's at the Allen County Public Library. You come there, and then we do follow-ups on Thursday morning to discuss and recap each of those series on Wednesday.
That's
All
good
right.
stuff.
Oh, at the library.
Hey, real quick, let's give a shout out. Happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Teddy's birthday.
Yesterday,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no wonder that girl got a brand new neck brace.
I got whiplash since I've been on the set. We just stay warm around. They got the heat off in here. Nah,
A girl from Michigan. That's all right.
Them cow necks and got bigger.
hey, time up. Look.
Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Respect the Game.
As always protect your mind.